she's a character.
Imogen just showing up. This is being live streamed. I think we are now live. Got it?
Yep.
I think we're live. Got it?
Yeah, now we're ready.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
So Brandon is a little late. So I think what's happened is there's a Zoom update, and when he tried to get on from his that scratch from my dog is really visible, isn't it? Wow. When he tried to get on the go from his Facebook Messenger to the Zoom, it wouldn't link up, so I had to email him the link, and then it made him apparently update. So the point of this is,
oh yeah, you got to meet Marley here too, and he's like Kenny. He's a smart dog, you know.
Say hi to the viewers. Say hi over there.
so he's still having trouble. And so this is an ongoing theme in my life, what's going on with Brandon right now. It's because lately there's been all these updates that happened. And ever since then, everything that I've been trying to do in terms of work has been really friggin' hard.
Yeah.
Like my, specifically my program I use for creating videos.
Yeah.
And updates with that, between that and my AMD drivers, because I have really good graphics drivers on my computer.
Yeah.
And then the Windows updates, and then VideoPad having to release new updates, but then them not working together and things crashing, and just like ongoing problems for the last 2 weeks with updates with programs and computers. And I feel like it's the end of the world.
6 months.
I mean, it's like Y2K all over again.
Oh yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Evening, Imogen. How you doing? Hello, Hilding. And you are in Edmonton. Tell us what's going on, Hilding.
Well, Jeff and I wrote a couple songs together last summer, and we decided that we wanted to have some time together to practice them because we were kind of asked to sing them on stage this next year. So we decided we're going to try to put a show together.
That's excellent.
I just came over here to Edmonton because there's 2 or 3 musicians here that are interested in helping us out, and we might as well start at one spot. I'm more flexible than some others.
Just came over to Edmonton, like from Grassy Plains. It's
2 days.
You know, people in Europe, because I remember I was in Vancouver, and they're like, I was talking about this other week. Like, hey, are we gonna go to Calgary today? I was like, today? It's noon. Like,
yeah.
You know, they didn't seem to understand. Hi, Imogen. You're once again looking very festive.
There's Brando.
He's showing up. Yeah. He's trying to get there. Hey, I even got a little festive tonight.
Yeah.
And no matter what hat I tried to put on, I went to put my cowboy hat on, and it's filthy.
Oh yeah.
Because it's black, so all you can see is
brown fuzz. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even see how cool the hat is. You just see there's black block in the camera.
Yeah.
And a bunch of fuzz and dirt and cow shit and stuff that's, you know, and plus that was a hat I wore to a lot of gigs, so possibly whiskey and things still on it. Possibly. More likely than not. So any hat I tried to put on, my Avalanche Canada hat. It just didn't look right. And I was like, I'm going to do the odd thing for Joey and not wear a hat. Yeah. It's really vulnerable to me. I've had a vulnerable week. How are you guys?
We're doing okay.
About the same. Yeah.
Brandon, why can't we hear you? Where are you?
Brandon's having
messaging
problems. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's having problems. So that's really too bad, because I like that guy. So if you're just tuning in, thanks. Oh, I still haven't added the link to the weather group, so probably no one knows yet. So I'll just do that right quickly now. Share, because Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers on Facebook. If you live in British Columbia, it's a group that I have founded. And you know what we do? We talk about BC weather, and that's what we do here on this show as well, more or less, right? But we got representation now from Victoria, and Edmonton soon. So we'll have 2 Albertans, 2 BCs. For sure, Frankie MacDonald will be here at 7 o'clock. So if you're just tuning in, this isn't the show. This is the pre-show, which we live stream because this isn't actually the show. This is the live stream of the recording of the show. The show we start recording at 7 p.m., a segment, which you will be seeing live. And we take that, we record it, and we edit it down, and we make it for television, for Rogers TV, and for several radio stations in Western Canada. And we call this show the Comedeorology Report. Comedy plus meteorology equals Comedeorology. My name's Joey Only. I'm your wonderfully talented, fantastic host up here in the middle of nowhere, British Columbia. I don't even want to say my town's name right now. Merry
There's
Christmas
Brandon.
to you guys. Is Brandon here finally?
Hi, Brandon.
Nice.
I'm alive.
Yeah, you are. Welcome back to the world of the living.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
You look like you went through a static storm, Brandon.
Oh, of course I did. I did some electricity in here, and I still have no messenger working, but I think I got this working.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're hearing you loud and clear.
It's the update season from hell.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's updating.
Big holidays. You haven't used your laptop all day, and you open it up, and you have to log into everything, apparently.
Well, to be fair, Meta's making a lot of changes right now. There's Facebook's making a lot of changes to the infrastructure of Facebook Messenger and Instagram, and not all of those things line up. So as they roll it out, there's a lot of bugs and a lot of glitches and a lot of problems as it all kind of comes into alignment.
Yeah.
But is it fair?
What?
But is it fair?
What are you talking about?
You said to be fair. I'm like,
well, okay.
It's not fair.
It's yeah, but I mean, when you're dealing with tech on that magnitude, millions and millions of users, the majority of accounts on Facebook are dead people that have not been deactivated. So it's literally going through. The updates are rolling literally through dead zones.
And there's millions of accounts that I wish were dead people.
Yeah, like there's. When they started implementing the legacy features just to be able to address that, so that family, friends, whoever the contacts are able to go in and deactivate the account or switch it to legacy status, so it can basically be archived. But without that feature, all of the ones previous to that, they're still active accounts.
Well, I know I have dozens and dozens of Facebook friends who are dead. For sure, and that's not, I'm not even being funny right now.
Yeah, no, they're
dead. You can tell because I'm not really good at being funny, even when I'm trying.
They're absolutely not. But that's kind of the point of it, though, is that like as those accounts expire, they simply consume space on server farms. So, like, there's literally server farms just keeping accounts of corpses active. It's the most festive thing ever. Merry Christmas. Facebook is
like the Matrix, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They're pixels just feed a giant machine that eats pixels. It's delightful.
I've thought about this before, because you only have 5,000 friends you can get to, and I'm sure you get this too, like all kinds of random. Of course, you're on like your 5th account or something like that, so you get to do it over again. But
I'm on my 2nd account.
Okay.
My first one I had for more than 10 years. It kept getting banned, but I still had it. But now it's in such harsh ban that it's not even it's non-existent. They deactivated and wiped the entire thing. All of the data is locked up, and according to their own policies, they're supposed to give you a window to get your data, to download the whole page. And I do that with a certain regularity, so I have an outdated version of my old page of all that content, which had more than 20,000 memes.
Memes.
It did. It's a French word.
Yeah.
I'm catching up to that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. There's more than 20,000 on there. And then there's just like countless albums. I think I had over 150 photo albums on there. A lot of it was photography from events and things. And yeah, it was insane. It's gone. They wiped it.
You're in the social media category of like
super death.
Donald Trump and
I got canceled is what it was. They canceled me. My Instagram page dealt with a lot of stuff. There was a massive slowdown on that. Like all of the features on my Instagram page got buggy. If I try and connect this Facebook page to my Instagram will get messed with. Or if I put my correct, like if I send ID to get verification, they'll destroy my other one because my old Facebook page had an ID verification on it, and that's still in their system. So if I identify myself with ID to Instagram or to Facebook currently, there will be problems. So
there's like the list has like Donald Trump,
Alex
Joe
Jones.
Rogan, Imogen Cookie Bailey.
I'm on the list. Yeah, it is insane. Questioning feminists can get you canceled from social media.
Dude, I just got canceled. I just got fucking canceled from Barkerville.
Yeah, that was totally nuts.
I got a letter from them here. I haven't opened it yet because I'm a bit of an agoraphobic person. Like, you can send me to the wilderness and I'm great, but I do not do well in civilization whatsoever. And it's like, give me a reason to not leave my house for a year. So I didn't open the letter for days because, why would I? I was stressed, pissed off.
Did you ever? The last thing I heard was you were contemplating whether you should or not.
Yeah, I hadn't. I still haven't.
No.
Maybe I should open it on the air for when we record it for Rogers TV and all the radio stations. And see if it says I'm sorry, Joey. We were wrong to overreact in front of your kid. Or see if it says you're banned from Barkerville forever. Or see if it says cease and desist.
Yeah.
There's the phone ringing. Somebody's watching right now and they're like, cease and desist. Josh has got it. I don't answer the phone.
Well,
I don't have a phone. Well,
Joey, when my wife passed away, my father-in-law practically blamed me for killing her. And then he sent me a letter and I didn't open it for 14 years.
Yeah, my stepdad sent me a letter that I never opened. And it was I've been a complete asshole to you letter. I know what it says.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, I've completely forgive him.
Yeah.
Like, I love you, Tom. If you happen to be watching this, I never read your letter, Tom Brownlee. Still love you. Hey, but certainly, why did I end up out west? Because I didn't feel like I had a place.
Yeah.
Mom's small house out in the country, was all the place I had left to go. And I was just like, fuck, sure, I'll go to Lake Louise and come with you, Mikey and Lucas and Dylan, and work at Ski Louise. Sounds great. Get me the hell out of here. I'm in the back of Spiderland in a cabin, freezing, and a fucking fisher ate my cats.
Oh my.
So it's like, I went from like being in a cabin that was like really cold a lot of the time because the stove didn't have a good seal. So I'd wake up at 2 a.m. and be like completely out. And that was a cold winter in Ontario, 2001. Mm-hmm. I didn't mean to come west. Certainly a big part of that was, and Christmas Day will be 23 years to the day since I talked to my dad. I just had this like, I have nothing here feeling, and I came west. And you know what? I don't spend time. Never opened his letter. And love the guy. Merry Christmas, Tom Brownlee, if you're watching.
Oh, Morbo's yelling at my door. Little Morbo. Tiny little cat jerk.
But I guess when you feel like you're in a situation where you're being bullied, not just, and in a way where it's like, we control the narrative.
Yeah.
And then immediately I was like getting comments from Barkerville staff on my Facebook, like, well, you're not being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
and I said, you're a public fucking corporation. You get a bad review. Is this what you do to everybody who gives you a bad review? Like,
Yeah.
get
Well, and
upset?
you said some things on that review that were actual realistic things. It wasn't that they were being bad. I mean, that you were blaming them for being bad on a controversial issue. There were some specific things on there that were kind of inconsistent and should have been notified.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think, oh, I can walk in the gate and go get my kid.
Mhm.
My kid's in town. I'm going to go find him. I'm a Wells local. It's been our inheritance to go to that town for free ever since they moved the locals out of there to make this park.
Yeah.
And they changed that this year.
Yeah.
And what's the result of that is me getting thrown out in front of my 8-year-old son by a security detail.
Yeah.
So what if I'm wrong? That doesn't make them right.
No.
Anyways, shouldn't have got started on it.
Oh well. Those things happen, and they stay in the top of our brains
Yeah.
for so long. It's hard to get them out. Yeah. But I do feel
That's what the community of Wells is becoming. Like,
Mhm.
it's not what it was even 10 years ago, man. And people don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear that the changes that have happened, the people who've left Barkerville because they're not happy.
Yeah.
You know, those are real grievances and they're legitimate.
Well, I had a really good discussion with the guy who played Billy Barker for 15 years.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, last summer I had a visit with him at Misty Schultz's place, and he was like, "I'm never going back there. They just treat me like a piece of dirt."
He's one of the most brilliant people that's been in
Yeah.
this town. You know, he's one of the few people who gives me the time of day
Mhm.
from, outside of my own little coffee shop friends and whatnot.
Nice, friendly guy, and he makes a good old timer like on that show. I mean, he was perfect there.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And he got alienated.
Yeah.
And he's very hurt still.
Yeah. And it's not nice when politics has to start hurting people like that. That gets.
I should be talking about weather today, but
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for you guys, no, seriously, if it wasn't for you guys, because I get when it's not fire season and I'm just like I'm in dad mode only, and it's like if I didn't have this show, I might not even fucking talk to anybody.
Yeah.
For days, like.
Well,
So I'm kind of just sitting here stewing on things. Like,
what's been the weather there? Is it raining there, taking all the snow away now?
It's been raining like hell. It's gross.
I left on Tuesday morning and it was snowing, and when I left Grassy Plains, by the time I got to Burns Lake, it was raining. By the time I got to McBride, the rain had stopped and the roads are dry. And no snow and dry roads all the way from McBride to Edmonton. I couldn't believe it.
Yes. How long, Brandon, is this like Edmonton drought? This is a miracle that's going on now. No snow still,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, since October, I guess that's the last time it really snowed here in the province. They've had a couple little bursts here and there, but nothing too significant. And here in southern Alberta, yeah, we've been lucky with one little burst of 2 centimeters of snow so far this month, and that's about it.
This is bad, man.
Above average temperatures, way above average.
This is really bad. Like for farmers next year in Alberta and BC.
Yeah.
For wildfires.
Hoping for a spring miracle. So yeah, taking a look at this day last year.
I don't know. Like when I look at the river levels, around like I've been meaning to stop and take video of Fraser River and Quesnel River because they're crazy low.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And what that tells me is the land would have to drink so much water before that can go up.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's that much potential for water to be drank by the land because it's that parched that there's no water going into the river systems.
How many years of heavy snow is it going to take to bring it back up? Yeah.
How quickly will fire season go bam as soon as we get a warm spell?
Yeah, you might be fighting fires in April.
Even if we have a big end of the season.
Yeah.
It won't be enough at this point.
No.
You know, it may be enough to get us squeaking through another season. Like, you know, I don't know. The big question is, will it be worse than 2021? Will it be worse than 2023 here? For Alberta, I'm saying it's going to be worse. Just guessing, looking at what we have now.
Well, the Grassy Plains, we've actually gotten enough more moisture in December than we had in December last year, which means it's hopeful that we might get some hay crops next year. But then that means we need to get at least as much snow between now and April as what we had last year. You know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's been raining for a few days. Yeah, I get it. Like, we're getting some precipitation, but when you think about how much on a big year the province gets.
Yeah.
You know, and you compare that contrast, right? Frankie MacDonald's here. We're about ready to start the show.
Oh,
and that reminds me, though, I have to do one thing before I can record. I forgot to delete the previous recordings, which means...
And Joey, I have made it just right on time.
You are right on time. I just need a second, Frankie, because I forgot to do something. I forgot to delete the past recordings so that there's space on the Zoom cloud. So I'm just going to quickly delete those 5. And now I can hit record.
Yes.
And there's space on the cloud to accept it. Okay. Everyone's ready?
yes.
I gotta look around the record to the cloud. Happy holidays, Prince George. Good afternoon there, Winnipeg. Hello, Kamloops, and greetings, Rogers TV viewers. I am Joey Only. This is the Comedeorological Report. It's your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada. Comedy plus meteorology. It's kind of a, I got thinking about it. I was like, I got to put those two together. It might actually be something that's so Canadian it would work. Right. So you're hearing us on C4 88.7 in Prince George, CKUW 95.9 in Winnipeg, and CFBX 92.5 in Kamloops. This is sort of our holiday special. We don't really have a holiday special, but it's kind of the year-end wrap, although I intend to make another episode next week, I think, because I have no life. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll still have new episodes. I don't know. I just work here. Okay, so I got the panel. The usuals are here. Of course, Frankie MacDonald, who's with us from Sydney, Nova Scotia. He's the world's famous weatherman who has like 300,000 plus subscribers on YouTube. He's sensational. And he's here to talk about weather once again with us like he is every week for the last 3 years with me. And of course, we got radio weatherman there from Brooks, Alberta, Brandon Houck. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing wonderful this evening.
Imogen Cookie Bailey over there in Victoria, British Columbia. Evening, Imogen.
Aloha.
I realize I should say hello to introduce people more often so that radio listeners can gather the voices. Hilding Donaldson, he's in Edmonton tonight, not Grassy Plains, where there is no snow, and he has better audio and video than ever. I'm so happy. Hi, Hilding.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. No snow for anyone for Christmas. So let go of...
Sydney, Nova Scotia is getting light snow.
And it's not even going to be a green Christmas. It's going to be a brown, garbagey, yucky looking Christmas. So it's not even going to be a green one. But again, unless I'm wearing Christmas green colors, this is the only time you'll ever see me do anything Christmas-like, Frankie, because I'm a Scrooge, so saith the people around here.
Except Newfoundland, Island, and Newfoundland, Labrador. They're getting a white Christmas.
They're getting a white Christmas in Newfoundland, says Frankie. All right, let's talk to Frankie, because he knows what's going on. Frankie, who's getting a white Christmas?
Newfoundland, Labrador, and Cape Breton Highlands.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Greenland and
Iceland.
Yeah, they're getting a red Christmas in Iceland.
Lots of rain in California right now. Los Angeles is working its way to Arizona, New Mexico on Friday and Saturday. And it's going to continue to bring lots of rain in Los Angeles. Then you got a lot of rain headed for Vancouver, Victoria, and lots of snow up in the BC mountains.
What else, Frankie?
And lots of snow up in the Washington, Oregon mountains too, and rain too. And Idaho is going to get white Christmas, those parts of Montana. That means in the western Nebraska could be the last minute of white Christmas. And it's going to bring lots of rain in Arizona on Friday and Saturday, where Gary and Dino's at. Where Gary and Dino lives in Arizona Friday, lots of rain headed for Arizona, New Mexico, and things like this. And all across the thunderstorms and rain all across southern states too. Then it gets some more rain headed for Florida around Christmas as well. Then around Christmas Eve, it's going to bring lots of rain all across Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, parts of Louisiana, all the way down to Cuba and things like this as of right now. And lots of rain going on, and it's going to bring lots of heavy rain on Christmas Day in Vancouver Island, those places as of right now. Lots of heavy rain going on in Vancouver Island on Christmas Day as well. And here's my weather forecast for South America. Down South America, lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador. In northern Chile, it's really windy and dry and desert-like weather. It's really dry in northern Chile right now. In southern Chile, lots of rain in the coast areas, lots of snow in the mountains. And there's lots of systems coming off of Brazil on Christmas Day, on Monday, December 25th. Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Rio de Janeiro, Amazon rainforest, and all those places. As for right now, over in Europe, there's a huge storm in Finland and Sweden. There's bring a lot of high winds all across Germany, France, Poland, Latvia, Estonia, Denmark, Netherlands, Norway, and France, and England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland. Germany's getting lots of rain. Poland's getting lots of rain. Estonia and Latvia. Belarus is getting lots of rain and snow in eastern Belarus. Moscow, Russia's getting flurries right now and things like this. There's a big storm off the coast of Sweden and those places, bringing a lot of wind there right now, knocking all power to some places like Germany, Denmark, Netherlands, and all those places. And it's really warm in Italy, Greece, and all those places. And southern Turkey, there's a lot of rain going on in southern Turkey. Up across some places like in weather for Western Pacific, like China, and lots of really cold air in Japan right now. And it's really, really cold in northern China and Beijing, China, and those places right now. Then again, Mongolia is so cold, and so Siberia. But if y'all stock it off with all those places, it's so cold right now, including lots of rain and thunderstorms in Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, and all those places. Thunderstorms and rain going on right now. They're in the rainy season in Indonesia right now. And over in southern India, and entering into dry season right now. Sri Lanka's bringing lots of thunderstorms and rain right now. And then over in Africa, in southern Africa, weather there right now lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in Congo, Uganda, DR Congo, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Madagascar. There's some thunderstorms and rain and hot temperatures in South Africa right now. La Reunion and Mauritius Islands still getting a lot of thunderstorms right now. And today's the longest day of the year in New Zealand. And lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Eastern Australia. And could be some hail in the forecast and things like this. Today's the first day of summer in Australia. There's a lot of series of systems heading for New Zealand right now, like in for Cargill, New Zealand, around Christmas Eve and things like this. It's going to bring some rain in Auckland, New Zealand, Christmas Day in their southern hemisphere of summer. It's getting hotter there right now. Getting lots of hot weather up in Auckland, New Zealand right now. They get heat waves there right now. They're getting really bad heat waves in desert areas, Australia. Up around Darwin, Australia on Christmas Eve. Lots of thunderstorms going on right now. Going to happen there on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. As of right now, it's dark for 24 hours up in the North Pole. Today's the shortest day of the year here and longest day of the year in New Zealand.
Frankie, there was a volcano somewhere in the world this week. Fagradalsfjall volcano.
Iceland.
Yes. Tell me about
I just did
Fagradalsfjall
a
volcano.
forecast. I did a forecast for Los Angeles last Friday.
Yeah, what about the volcano? What happened there this week?
It erupted. It was really, really, really bad.
It was crazy. It's crazy.
Did you see my, did you air my Los Angeles forecast, like heavy rain to hit Los Angeles on December 20th video?
No, I didn't, but I do have a selection of really great Frankie picks from this last year, 2023, for us later on in the show.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
My forecast, and I like to. I'm sending you a link now.
You're going sideways, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
What's that for?
I'm sending you.
Are you on the way to be dancing on the ceiling?
Hey, sideways, Frank. Let's pin that. That's great. Hey, Frankie, you're sideways. How did you get so sideways, bud? There you go. Oh, okay. Now you're okay.
I'm going to YouTube now. I'm looking for the forecast for Los Angeles. Wait for it.
Are you screen sharing?
Wait for it. Where are you, bud? Wait for it.
I just sent you.
Yeah,
I just sent you a link.
I got the link, Frankie, but I have other videos I want to show tonight.
My dad's latest song is Room on the SoundCloud Mystic Miss. That's my dad's latest song.
I do have a video also, including one of you talking about your dad. So I got a selection of great Frankie videos that from 2023, the best of. And I didn't really include any weather ones because that's like whatever's happening that week. But I got the best Frankie videos nonetheless of the last year. Anyone got questions for Frankie MacDonald Jr.?
Yes, I do have a question tonight as I'm popping up the questions here. So, Frankie MacDonald, what year did SpongeBob SquarePants start and go on the TV?
A long time. Yeah, that was back in 2000s.
2000s. A little earlier. May 1st, 1999. Sure.
1999.
Tonight. 1999.
I would not have known.
98. I could have swore it was just close, but a little bit away from the turn of the century. Like that. How cool is it to be able to say, you know what happened last century?
No, it's just so cool. It's like the coolest thing ever.
And it's like starting to do the math. It's like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s.
Totally what it is.
I would have been like
2020s. That's 6 decades I've experienced.
Yep,
and I don't know how that's possible.
I was like 5 years old.
See, there's a novelty to be saying, I grew up last century and this is how we did things. I love it.
Yeah, back in my day, we only had one kind of shoe, size 7. And if it didn't fit, we jammed our foot in there anyways. We liked it. It was pretty good. We liked it.
Actually, speaking of shoodles, I do have a question for Franklin. Frankie Mac.
Yes.
What do you call that little plastic piece at the end of a shoelace?
It's a string.
Okay, you're not wrong. I'll give you that. You're not wrong.
That's my favorite
answer I'm
ever.
looking for. But you're not that wrong. The end of the lace, that little plastic doohickey. You're just gonna go for
It's a different type of lace.
It's a what?
Different type of lace.
It does have a title. Everything has a name. Everything has a title or a name or a term. That little plastic doohickey is called an egglet.
Woo.
So there you go. A little piece of vocabulary for the day, for the week, whatever. If there's one useless word, then that's the one.
You know what time it is?
Time to Mr. Dress Up stacking the firewood.
It's Yule time fireplace moment.
Oh yes, the fireplace moment. I don't think I've ever seen anybody put wood in a fireplace in a suit.
That's
I've done it a few times.
It's because people are weak these days. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it out there that I've done a lot of things in a suit and a lot of inappropriate clothing for the task at hand. Yeah.
Rude boys.
There is no wrong dress code when you're at home. I'll leave it at that.
And did you hear about this Compound Media is off for the holidays?
They're off for the holiday. Where'd
Off
they
for the
go?
holidays.
Today was the last day of Compound Media podcast.
Did you hear about this, Frankie? If I don't put wood in my fire, I'll freeze to death in here.
Gasp.
Oh my. Especially when it hits -7. It's gotta be cold.
That's why you watch Joey on the Caribbean Weather Dude channel, because it's the only channel where the guy says stuff about the mountains, and when he looks out his window, there's mountains, and he's got a wood stove, does mountain kind of things, you know. Okay.
So I've got a question that Brandon might know. Of anyone here, I think Brandon's most likely to have this one. So, Brandon's getting himself warmed up for something, rubbing a couple of brain cells together. So, okay, now Morse code, believe it or not, Morse code is actually still alive and well. It still has its use. It still actually gets regular usage. Just most of us schmucks don't ever encounter it. And if we hear it, we don't know what it is. We think it's buzz and power lines. Now, the Morse code language has not changed in a long time, but there have been some additions. So in 2009, a new symbol was added. A new something. A new symbol, because we've got all of our letters and all our numbers in there, so it has to be symbols. Punctuation's already in the mix. Does anyone know what new symbol was added?
It was the @ sign.
It was. You're looking that up on Google.
No, I'm not.
You're looking at your screens.
My hands have not touched the keyboard.
Oh, they've been off camera, so I don't know where your hands are.
I was putting wood in the fire. I'll tell you why I know, because I have tickets for operating radios with Industry Canada.
You have tickets for Morse code. No one has tickets for Morse code. That's
it's not what I said, Imogen Bailey.
You guys are so lucky.
I have several radio operator tickets. I know about radios. I know about history. And the only symbol in 2009 that would be fresh and necessary would be for emails, ats, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That's easy. I study World War II, for crying out loud. I don't need to look this stuff up.
See, this is why I figured Brandon would be most likely to know this one, because Brandon deals with radio stuff. He deals with a little bit more of the telecommunication side of things than any of us. We're all just tuned in through, foil hats and whatnot.
But when I'm involved with radio communications, I'm doing militaristic things like fighting wildfires.
Like starting fires, yes.
No.
Chasing bears.
So Frank MacDonald Sr. has shown up to distract us from this horrendous conversation. Hi, Frank MacDonald Sr. I don't know if he's ready yet, but Frankie, your dad's here. And he's cool.
I'm doing right here. His latest song is Room.
How you doing, Frank MacDonald Sr.?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I know. How does he make music if he can't make sounds? Where are you? We'll get Frank on. All
right.
Ha ha!
I had to pull the plug.
Okay.
His latest song is
Room. What's your latest song?
That's right. Room, man.
I saw your one, Rages the Machine. I was looking at Frankie's best videos of the year.
Oh, yeah. Rage.
Yeah, how is the weather in Sydney? How are you doing, Frank?
It's snowing right now in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now. Down Los Angeles, they're bringing a lot of rain right now.
And it's cold and windy in Halifax. Very
Is it?
cold. Yes.
It's been really crappy weather for some time there, hasn't it?
It is. Yeah, it was raining for like 3 days and very high winds, but then it was freezing rain last night, and it's cold and just cold now. So yeah, but no snow.
Just plain cold. Brandon Hoke, how cold is Alberta going on? What's going on in Western Canada? How about our Winnipeg listeners, our Kamloops listeners, our Prince George listeners? What kind of things have you got to say this year to them? And also, what are your highlights of the year? Brandon Hoke. Brandon Hoke report.
Highlights. By the way, did you know a fun fact in about about 10-ish minutes winter begins? Like that's about 7:27 Pacific time, 8:27 Mountain Daylight Time.
Didn't winter begin on December 1st?
Well, that's meteorological winter, but the winter solstice gets going in about 10
minutes. Well, that meteorological winter would be winter if you ask me.
Yeah, except for this year. It's been nothing but
that is extremely specific. Like, did you consult a druid on this? Is that where you're getting your time from?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Straight from the druids. Excellent.
All right. So this year, some of my weather highlights of 2023 goes like this. Well, we had a week of fog in January. Oh, yes, a week of fog. I could not see out my window. I could not see any of my neighbors. And I pretty much could have gotten away with not wearing any clothes that week in January. But it was also very cold with temperatures below freezing. So, yeah, that's how that first week of January, first month of January went. As we went on, we've had a couple bursts of snow here and there, but no big significant snowstorms or anything like that. No. But as we moved on to April, that's when the snow started melting, and then we started seeing our first little thunderstorms of the season. And then we've got the fires that broke out across the province of Alberta in the month of May, especially in the Edson area and back up towards the High Prairie area, High Fox Lake areas. Major wildfires, wildfire smoke draped across the province, allowing for the thickest smoke you've ever seen in this province. And I remember the one day it was very tough to be outside because it pretty much the smoke was so thick that your eyes would just irritate, your nose would irritate, everything like that. So that was the situation. And we also had communities get evacuated in the month of May. So we can't forget about that. Then June came along, and that is when things got really interesting, as June 14th, I'll never forget that day, where we had this miniature tornado outbreak here in southern Alberta that produced at least 10 tornadoes touching down from the Lethbridge area right through Brooks and northbound. At least all tornadoes were EF0 in that case, but still, that was, I think I spotted at least 3 tornadoes in that day. And I was running back and forth from the road to this location, broadcasting emergency carts, and then running back out to see where the tornado was, which probably wasn't the best idea, but you know, that's how I roll around here. And then we had the hail blasted through here. That was a fun day, June 14th. Luckily, only minor damage. Nobody got hurt. So that's the important part on that day. And then as we moved on into the beginning of July, we had a big tornado touching down at Didsbury, and that caused some significant damage. That was rated EF4 on the enhanced Fujita scale there.
Yeah, that was a strong one.
It was strong, and we had damage, big time damage reported on that one. And that one, definitely not a good day for our friends in the Didsbury Olds area of Alberta. Meanwhile, the rest of southern Alberta kind of missed out on those storms, and we got into that significant heat through July and August. And the big story through July and August has been the heat and the very dry conditions, a couple of random storms passing by with some strong winds. But other than that, not much else has happened, and lake levels went significantly low, especially in southern Alberta, where yeah, even like fishing boats and people like to go out on the lakes and have some fun on the tube and the skiing, but they could not do that because the lakes were so low you cannot even get on the lake. So that was the situation, especially into August. And then
no tubing in August.
No tubing, no fishing. Oh yeah, now
No
people had to find other things to do in the summertime, which was wild. So that was the situation in August. And then into September, we finally got, yeah, we finally got our lakes filled up in time for the winter freeze, which is still, we're still waiting for that winter freeze, by the way, for the most part, because now we can't even they can't even go ice fishing now because the ice isn't safe enough because it's been so mild to start the winter. But we did have that big snowfall in October, so that was nice. And then eventually, yeah, here we are with above average temperatures, record-breaking, not quite record-breaking above average temperatures, but way above average. We've been pretty much above average every day, every single day so far this month of December, and we're going to continue to be above average right through Christmas, right up till the new year.
Brandon, you are above average.
Precipitation. That's how the year.
You're
2 minutes till winter solstice, by the way. 2 minutes.
2 minutes till solstice.
That's right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How much rain Nova Scotia had in the summertime outside of Halifax? It had 300 plus millimeters of rain. Flooded Sackville, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia had a province-wide emergency around the end of July 2023.
I recall that. Yeah, I recall that. And you had fires before that too. So everything everywhere, right? Yeah, here in BC, for me, it was definitely the fires. I mean, I got some videos lined up. I don't know if we'll have time to watch them or not, but I had some pretty awesome moments this year.
In late September 2023, Sydney, Nova Scotia, there's a lot of smoke up in the sky in Sydney, Nova Scotia on September 27th, 2023, because a lot of fires coming from British Columbia and Northwest Territories.
Fires everywhere. It was crazy. There was more land burned this year than has ever happened in Canadian history.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Imogen highlights for you this year, Imogen Cookie Bailey, down in Victoria, British Columbia.
Well, actually, funny you should mention that. For highlights, what did I do? Why do I feel like there's a flashback coming on? I think there is.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what's that?
It's not here yet. It's not here yet, but it's coming.
What do you mean it's not there yet? How is there nothing there? I hate you.
Sometimes it takes a while for it to show up on mine. Okay, there we go.
Excellent.
Off town.
Yeah. I had 4 international fashion magazine covers this year. This is a new record for me. The goal was much more, but I'll do that next year. 2-page interview. Super awesome. I did all sorts of kooky things. What else did I do? Many photo shoots with a ton of themes. Hey, that was the first time I actually saw one. My grandpa was really stoked about that one. Let's see. I flew some planes. I blew some fireballs. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Seattle. Yeah, that was Suicidal Tendencies.
Suicidal Tendencies.
Who else was in there? Cool. Yeah, Salt and Pepper. I did photos for Salt and Pepper.
Talk about Salt and Pepper,
got
baby.
Some guns. Oh, right. Yeah, hopped in a plane, buzzed around a little bit, had some fun. I was a model for the Camosun College art program for their comic book course. Spent some time with some dogs. Sabian's story was kind of a tragic one, but there was a whole lot of fundraising and stuff for Sabian. That was part of an event there. I did a dunk tank and a dog dunked me. That was Sabian's little brother. He dunked me. Thanks to Zoom, it's a little bit lurchy. But yeah, I did all sorts of insane things. What else did I do? Dear Lord. Yeah, tons of photos. Part of the fundraising effort for Sabian, where his last day, he got to be a king. I photographed dudes wailing on each other. I was in a music video. I lit myself on fire, blew some fire, blew things up. I don't have any photos of blowing stuff up, but there was stuff. I went to Miami. That was my view. I woke up, looked out the window, and then I hung out with a Santa and a Santa dog. Okay, now as far as Mrs. Claus goes, was that not the cutest, sexiest little Mrs. Claus you've ever seen?
That was pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
Not really my type, but I guess kind of sexy.
She has so many legs. So
Oh, that one. Yeah, okay.
she's got a lot of legs. She's got extras. She eats cookies. She'll catch a ball. Oh yeah, and I got to photograph a hearse. I got to cruise around in a hearse. This was my year. You make sense of it. When you live a life that few can relate to, it's always weird. So
I understand. Yeah, I understand. I mean, I spent 20 years playing music across Canada, climbing mountains.
And I did another calendar. That's also in there.
Working in the downtown east side. I've spent, like 8 years fighting fires every summer in BC or something, like I live up in the mountains. Like people can't relate to my life. I can't relate to theirs.
Yeah. Like it's one of those things where like when your day-to-day activities are just not common, it's always awkward. Like when you talk to someone else who can't relate, a lot of the time it's like, that sounds so exciting. Okay, it was Tuesday. Like that's just Tuesday. I got in a little plane and I went for a flight for the fun of it because I was bored, or I went and I lit something on fire and blew it up because I had the materials and the space. We're in an authorized area, and that's what we're doing.
That's because my brain thinks to do things that are what other people deem unusual. To me, it seems completely normal. But I mean, hey, look at my house, and I mean, it's full example, full marks for being completely out there here at the Outlaw Lodge. We have similar tastes.
You might go fight a bear. A bear comes around, you might just go fight it.
I did several times this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, people are like, they have no idea. And then they talk about and I guess they're into like Taylor Swift and stuff. I don't even know what she sounds like. I saw some of her lyrics and they were terrible. But what's great is all these complete idiots everywhere are getting so mad about her.
Why are they mad about her?
So I'm a huge fan, even though I refuse to listen to her music because I think she sucks.
It's like clowns and trolls.
Clowns and trolls, Frankie.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a confusing lot. I mean, if you're going to live under a bridge, at least eat a goat. Eat a goat once in a while, and I will respect your status as a troll. But if you're not eating a goat, you're just a blight on humanity. So
yeah, that's
learn from the mighty Chupacabra.
The old school trolls, the goat trolls, yeah.
Right? The goat chomping trolls.
How about...
Is that where the phrase goat came from?
How about you, Hilding? You're in Edmonton. We haven't talked to you much. Always, because you're always so polite and quiet. Cowboys, you're very patient people.
It was an interesting year. I mean, January of 2023 was the first year I've ever seen it with no snow yet in January.
And this is your friend Jeff.
Yeah, this is my friend Jeff from Edmonton. And
from the house that you're in, you mean?
Yeah, but he was the reason that I really enjoyed a couple of the music festivals this summer. So,
thank you.
And yeah, so then come along March, all of a sudden we got a blizzard, and I got lost in a blizzard. The first time I've ever got lost in a blizzard in BC. And
didn't you get lost on your way here too?
Well, yeah, I did that. I got lost in the Alberta roads for the first time sometime that coming over here to visit Jeff next week. And then April and May came along, and all of a sudden there was nothing there to feed the cows, and the grass just didn't grow, and we got no rain. June comes along, and I went out to make hay, and there was no hay to make. And so I tried to scrounge up a little bit here and there and practically broke the machinery on rocks doing nothing at all. And that was how the summer went. And then, yeah, come October, then all of a sudden we had cold weather. We had winter for 3 weeks in October, -10 every morning. And about an inch or two of snow. And then it all melted on November 1st, and we had warm weather above freezing ever since until Christmas. That's kind of how our year went. And it was really strange for the cows because the creeks and ponds all froze, and then all the snow melted and it got warm, but there was too much ice for them to find water. it's just really, really queer weather this year.
Very queer weather this year.
I appreciate the correct usage of the word.
Kudos, nod to Imogen. Okay, so we're already halfway through the show here on CFR and CKW and CFBX and Rogers TV. Is everyone ready to see the best of Frankie MacDonald 2023?
Yes.
You ready, Frankie?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Frankie's
Everyone's
always
ready.
down for a Franklin review.
Mhm.
Okay, here's my favorite. Here is my favorite Frankie MacDonald videos. Just a few of them, actually. There's so many to pick from, but you gotta be quick, right? We can't have this go on all night. There's a good 15 minutes of Frankie's.
It's me, Frankie MacDonald. I'm officially already made up that word, cow wealth. And I am doing great so far. And I will declare cow wealth games. And I am doing great so far. And I declare the whole new world, the whole new word, cow wealth. I'm Frankie MacDonald.
The whole new word, cow wealth. He was a character from another world. He wears an orange mask. All right, here's it.
Okay, guys, let's do some dancing. Let's show my moves.
So for the radio listeners, Frankie's doing his moves right now, which is first he starts some fist pumps upwards, then he does some spins, fist pumps upwards again, and the fist pumps continue, and the legs are moving up and down. Then there's a bit of a splash move, and the fist pump splash move combo spin, fist pump. And
Sounds like bears are coming.
And it sounds
big
like
black bears. Oh my God, the big black bears are after me now.
And so Frankie's running away because there's
More big black bears.
There's more.
They're after me now. More bears are after me now.
More bears are after him now.
More bears are after me now. There's a pack of bears that are after me.
A pack. A flock of bears.
More bears are after me now. There's so many bears. They're after me. The bears can't stop chasing me.
When will they get away?
Even more bears are after me now. The bears finally got away. Thanks for watching on Frank Dowd.
Then the bears finally got away. Here's Cowwolf.
Hey everybody. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Cow Wealth. I come from another galaxy far, 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 far away. And I've been traveling to strange planets and other solar systems and things like this. Cow Wealth, the alien, is introduced. I am Cow Wealth. I'm an alien far, 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 far away. Cow Wealth is far away. I am Cow Wealth. This is the first time ever I've been traveling to other planets, other solar systems, things like this. I am Cow Wealth. Oh, you're doing great. I've been to other planets so far. See you soon. I'll be heading towards planet Earth in another few months away.
Live stream.
I am Cow Wealth.
You go on that That's a Facebook Messenger page. Report Green Room.
Oh, okay.
If you go on there.
Okay, guys. There's a lot of crows out there somewhere. Here comes the crows.
In springtime.
The crows are coming. Lots of crows. More crows.
Where did they come from, Frankie?
There's more crows. There's a lot of crows out there. They won't stop. A lot more crows. More crows were out there. The crows finally got away. Thanks for watching, MacDonald.
The crows finally got away. Pizza turnovers,
okay,
then tornadoes
guys,
fire.
We're going to do a guy eating pizza turnovers. Putting the pizza turnovers in deep fryer now.
Deep fried pizza turnovers. Is that what they do in Halifax?
Deep frying the pizza turnovers now. In Sydney too.
They deep fry them.
They got pepperoni and cheese. Guys, I want you to eat pizza turnovers right now! Here comes the tornado siren.
He keeps eating.
I finally finished it. Thanks for watching on MacDonald.
That was a good one, Frankie. Oh, we're gonna skip this one because.
Okay, guys, let's do some dance. Okay, guys, let's do a long tornado siren.
Everybody. Everybody. Come on. Let's hear you, Frankie. Do one while you're doing one, Frankie. Let's hear you.
I'm Frankie.
Just about killed me. Okay, a couple more.
Okay, guys, let's do some dancing. Let's show me my moves.
It's raining on you. Don't slip while dancing in the rain ever, Frankie. You get injured. Not wet grass.
Sounds like it's clouding over now. It's thunder and lightning now. Oh my god, it's raining a lot, onion rains. It's raining even more, onion rains. Onion rains are getting heavier. Bring so much onion rains falling from the sky. A lot of onion rains fall from the sky now. Onion rains are getting even more heavier all the time. More heavy onion rains.
That's a lot of onion rings.
Won't stop. Oh my god. Onion rings mixed with ketchup and mustard. And salt and pepper. Oh my god. Onion rings keeps on falling. Even more onion rings. A lot more onion rings. It won't stop at all.
It's not letting up. Onion rings finally got away. And the storm is over. I better shovel all the onion rings.
I better shovel all the onion rings, Frankie.
Wow.
You gotta spread your hands out more. It'll be easier. Widen that grip, Frankie. That's gotta be so hard to shovel like that. That's like a golf swing.
Thanks for watching on Frankie MacDonald. Hey everybody, it's Frankie MacDonald. My dad, Frank MacDonald, made his latest song on SoundCloud, Mystic Mist. The title of the song is Rage in the Machine. My dad wrote the song all by himself. He played the guitar and recorded the song all by himself. And he recorded his own song all by himself. He worked really, really hard. Rage in the Machine, that's his latest song on the SoundCloud, Mystic Mist. My dad's a great guy. He's making a lot of music in these days.
He is a great guy.
My dad, Frank MacDonald's making so much music in these days. He's doing really well making music. My dad is making a lot of music today. And his latest song is Rage in the Machine. That is my dad's latest song. You guys will give it a listen if you want to, from Frank MacDonald.
Okay. And the vampire will return in 2024. So that's some of the best of Frankie MacDonald this past year, everybody. What was your favorite one, Frankie?
And one of my favorite ones is Heavy Rain to hit Los Angeles on December 20th.
I totally let you down, didn't I? Well, that was yesterday. Oh boy, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I got maybe something I want to share still. You know, if you guys don't mind. Yeah. This is what I gotta say for the year, I think. You guys are in for this?
We have a choice. Brace yourself. Big announcement. All right, what's up?
I'm gonna just give you a moment of this before I share what I actually
Get it out of the way so the tender.
And I think a lot of my wildfire videos I can't hear much because we're cursing while we're swearing. They're just some of the moments at the end of our season. And I had these blow up days. And then 2 days where things got a little bit quieter. One day. And on those days where it got quieter, a real bad tragedy happened within our company. But I think you just gotta see this first. This is beautiful fire footage. The way the black spruce burns. Time to back off before it jumps the guard.
Hey guys, let's get going.
Thank you. Ready for it? Well, see about our line tomorrow. Anyways, here's what I want to share. I don't often share my videos.
And what about Base Guy's video I just sent to you?
It is a very hard day. I want to share this with you, Frankie. One of our off-duty crews had a bad accident and 4 were killed.
This is bad news.
My God. Falling out right now. Anything could happen.
Wow. I'll watch the video later.
Feel the heat.
I need more legs, I need water. Ain't dry mopping this.
One of those guys Kenny really care about. Feeling it hard today. We all are. Come back to my ITF family here and just in time for that to happen. Loved you, Kenny. You were a good man. You were fun. Enjoyed working with you. We're all feeling it pretty hard today. So, wherever you are up there, we're thinking about you today. and I don't really know what happened. So I'm not going to guess. All I know is it sucks. And we've been kind of keeping it amongst ourselves to our crew so far, not talking about it to anybody, the other crews yet, because we don't want to get pulled off the line or anything. Especially because the best place for us all right now is together, right here, where we have strength in numbers and brotherhood. Glad to be with these guys and love them. Nowhere else I'd rather be on a day like today. Right here with the bros, working the line. Together we have strength, and together we got each other's backs. So this is dedicated to you four. Sorry this happened, everybody. We're all real heartbroken today. But we'll keep working. Safely get through this tour. No incidents, no scratches. Everyone just going to be slow and deliberate and methodical and watch each other's backs. Be there for each other. It's a hard day. It sucks. The Kenny Dam, the Chaco Reservoir.
Oh, you did fucking Bosch. Did Adams Lake. Fucking. Oh no, I can't remember. What I said.
Ken's crew. Honk, make them all jump in their truck, then we stop. We were joking, we start honking the horn, make you all run in the truck, then we get out and take some pictures.
20 bucks, 20 bucks.
Kenny. I own this shit.
Made this damn years ago, swear boy.
Hey, it's a bunch of firefighters.
Taking another photo there, boys. Good job. All right, have fun. There you go. What?
Nice.
That's my dad.
That's how you become a Tomahawk crew boss.
My uncle. That's my uncle.
Holy Wolfie. Yeah, I've only ever worked until this year with the natives, and they've always welcomed me. This company's been like family a lot. Chugging away over there. Like Byron said a few minutes ago, or a half an hour ago. Send us some flames, Kenny. Let us know you're still out there. Oh, keep cooking. Boom! Cooking.
Hey, is there any tenders at the other bladder sites, the first one?
And what about the video I just sent to you, like a lightning strike base guy? You can click it on the link when I wrote the comment. Joey, unmute.
Sorry.
What about I sent you a link to one of the bass guy shows back in the end of July when a lightning strike hit studio.
Ah.
That's
Oh, yeah, it's like an hour and a half long though, so I don't know when.
You have to click on that link about the bass guys lightning strike. That's that portion of the bass guy show.
Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Yeah. Anyways, we are coming to the end here, and we can always watch that bass guy one next week too, Frankie. If I can't.
That's just a tiny little bit of bass guy. The lightning strike. Just click the link or lightning strike part.
Yeah, I can't seem to find it right now, Frankie.
I can find it. I can find it. And you have to go to comments and things like this.
Yeah, I'm in the comments, but there's a bunch of comments, and then when I click on it, there's like a 2-hour-long bass guy episode, and we have 6 minutes left.
It's 35 minutes and 22 seconds. I can pin it.
35 minutes and 26 seconds. Okay, now you got me onto something I can work with.
Yes.
Okay, I'll see if I can find this, Frankie.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone got anything else they want to say?
Glad they'll watch the last piece of the bass guy first. 35 minutes and 22 second mark.
Okay, I got it.
Got it?
I got it, buddy. Okay. For Frankie, because he loves Jack Casey, the bass guy of Montreal, so much. And I respect Jack so much because Frankie loves him so much.
He'll smash the house windows and things like that in Italy.
What if Sky of the Universe says, what if Jack and Frankie become world leaders?
Then it'll be universe.
Whoa! Holy shit!
The new guy.
Frankie, wait. Lightning just hit right in front of the street in front of me. And all the power went off and came back on again. I should probably end the show. That scared the shit out of me, man. What are we gonna do? Like swimming in the water and like
heavily.
Like, hey guys.
Okay, that is pretty good though. Eh? Yeah, I had some close calls in my life, Frankie. I've been struck by lightning, and yeah, you don't even in your house. It can be you're touching computers and gadgets and electrical things. You can get a shock. And if you get a hard shock, you are legally struck.
In the summer months, in the summer months for the Joey Only show, I gotta know the thunderstorms in Wales, British Columbia. About it's just in case you lose power in your Wales, British Columbia. That's why they gotta know the thunderstorms. They gotta know the weather forecast in the summer months for a Joey Only show.
Yeah, well, that's happened during our show, right? Where I've literally had the power go out and been like, well, I guess there's no show. So, I mean, that happened. We got like 80 kilometers of road with a hydro line. And sometimes trees fall on it and road washes out and things. So anyways, I wanted to share with the world the video or at least segments of the video I just made about Kenny and Blaine and Damien and Jackson. I've worked for Interior Tree Falling Company as a sub-company, Tomahawks. I've been off in Tomahawk 1. This year I jumped to some other companies and tried some other things out. Came back to the boys at the end of the season.
That means and the first one.
And was with them when we got the bad news. And it was a profoundly changing time for me, and had a hard struggle adjusting back to the civilian life after fire season, with that being how the season ended. So thank you, Comedeorological Report, for being the people I talk to every week.
If you want to follow me on social media, my Blue Sky is at Frankie MacD. My Twitter is at Frankie MacD. My Linktree is Frankie MacDonald. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDonald984. My Clapper is Frankie MacDonald984. My Twitch is FrankDonald984. My Snapchat is Frankie MacDon. And my YouTube channel, Stocks Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frank MacDonald. Best luck, yeah. I'm Frank MacDonald. You're listening to Comedeorological Weather Report, Caribou Weather, do every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
Yeah, it's Frankie MacDonald out there in Sydney, Nova Scotia. I'm Joey Only here, the Caribou Weather Dude. You can find Joey. You can find every episode of the show, the video version, if you're listening on radio and you're like, I wonder what these people look like. You can find out on Joey Only, Caribou Weather Dude YouTube, or if you're in Vancouver Island and you're tuned on to Rogers TV, you can find us on Rogers TV right there. Thank you, Rogers TV, for playing us. And that's me, Imogen.in. You can find her online. And Hilding, I don't know if he's got a website really, but you can find him. You can find him.
If you happen to be stalking around in farm country out in grassy plains, you'll find Hilding chasing cows.
You might even find him in Edmonton this week. Might even find him lost on his way from Edmonton to Grassy Plains.
Stalking cows, riding cows, yelling
Love
at
the guy.
cows.
He's a beauty. I had a bunch of videos I wanted to play, but then I realized I just didn't have time. And one of the videos was actually Hilding and I going out and watching the Northern Lights this spring when he was in Wells, and that was a good time. That was when I'm in the middle of the winter and it's dead, and it's just like, nothing's happening. So I got a puppy, and I named him Kenny in honor of my bro going to the other side this year. So anyways, to all the people who've lost in our lives, it's like, for a lot of us, holiday season is a time of great reflection. And just take care of yourselves out there. Be good to yourselves. Do something nice for yourself.
And did you hear about this? Jason Marshall, we don't have cookies is off for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve because it's on a Sunday.
I didn't know that. Did you hear about this, Frankie? That's the show. That's the show. Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time. Recording stopped. There we go. So thanks to everybody who's been watching out there. I didn't get to the comments this week. Frankie's already gone. I didn't get to the comments this week. Yeah, there's not that many anyways. Yeah.
You were talking about lightning striking. I was in a shop one time when lightning struck and it blew up a skill saw, and the extension cord between it and the wall was a 50-foot extension cord, and it exploded 5 places along the extension cord in balls of fire. Then we cut the extension cord up and tried to patch it, but the wire was all melted inside the cord.
You tried to fix it. 5 breaks. You're like worse than Josh here. He's like, it's still good. It's still good. I'm like, no, it's not. It was made to be obsolescent.
We tried making short cords out of the pieces by just putting ends on them where they busted, right? Like, we weren't going to make the full 50-foot cord again. We made a couple of 10-footers, but they didn't last long because the wires are all burned off inside.
That is funny. That's funny. What did you think? No hat this week? That was tough.
Didn't do too bad for you, though.
It was tough. No hat. It's like, fuck. How do people do that? Brandon's like a no hat guy. He doesn't care.
Brandon is a free spirit, and Brandon's hair is even more free.
Exactly.
It's a free head. His head does not like hats. It's so thick.
Doesn't like hats. My head loves hats. I got like this huge hat head size. There's never a used cowboy hat that fits me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, mine are always too big for me. I have to find a small one. I almost have to wear kid size.
Yeah, his tiny little head.
Yeah.
I'm like 5/7, like 5/8 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like bucket head.
Yeah. But I have trouble with that. My hair, just a couple strands of hair just always want to blow down over my eye unless I have a hat on.
Weird. So I literally just received a notification that you tagged everyone in the weather group on December 9th. It's great. No wonder my forecasts don't get seen. I use the tag everyone option and they see it. And hey, yeah. Yeah.
All right, I gotta go because I gotta go get some stuff done. Bye. See y'all in hell.
Yeah. Sorry, I just kind of sputtered out. Bye, Imogen. It was that quick. Sorry, I just kind of sputtered out there for a minute. I'm like, been in a lot of thought this week, you know?
Well, you went through a big year. I mean, not many of us have gone through what you did this year.
And I don't leave the house much. And then the episode, as stupid as it was at Barkerville this weekend, it's like, fuck humans.
It makes you hard.
I feel sometimes, right? It's like if they're not like standing next to you, being like, "Let's go fight fire together, brothers," I can't trust them.
Yeah,
that's like how I feel about the world sometimes, right? It's like there's you guys, you're my weather nerds, but
sometimes you have to change your circle of friends. I had to do that a couple of times in my life.
Fuck, I don't even have a circle of friends right now, Hilding.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I have a huge support network out there in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not at all blind to that, and very thankful all the time for that. That's what keeps me going. So by no means am I talking that down.
Right.
But it's like, no, I don't hang out with anybody in the off season here. And it wasn't always like that. There's been a lot of change. And as I became a dad and became sober, and also made an ass of myself before I did in town, and feeling like just sober and shy and shocked and traumatized by the world and my own experience of it. And I kind of didn't find myself socially engaged at all when all these new people came into town. So I don't know who anybody is anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these new people, and like I know I got a neighbor over there who's got some dogs, and I haven't really talked to them because I'm shy. But their dogs are nice. My dog likes them.
Yeah.
But but it's like it's not the Wells. When I came here, there was people who've been here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there still is. But it's just there's been a lot of changeover and a lot of change, and change in the culture of town. At the same time, there's a lot of positive things that have happened in Wells. So if I've been talking shit out loud, we also have a town where you can walk into the town hall and Auntie's behind the desk. And unlike years past here, she's a good person behind the desk, and she loves you, and you sit down and talk, and whatever you need, they'll try to help you with, or at least entertain talking to you. Hey, it's like, we got a good leadership core going on kind of in town right now. That's positive, right? When it snows, I don't have giant machines purposefully plowing me in anymore and giving me the finger or threatening to beat me up if I complain. No, I got Eric Anderson, who runs the Jack here, who's a great guy who got the contract, and he's getting the streets. The town's never looked better in the winter.
Oh, that's good.
Like it feels like they plowed me in one day here, and I didn't say anything because it was like we had days of snow, and I was like, oh well, they'll probably get to it. And then Josh came home and he couldn't park his car, and the next morning, like right away, someone was over with a machine, like scooping it at the front of our driveway. It's like there's people who are doing good things here, man.
Yeah,
and you care. But I've just been really frustrated by my own town for a little while. I felt like I came home from a crazy fire season and just got home and sat here.
And nobody that you knew was there anymore, sort of thing.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And if they are here, I mean, they're grown up and got kids, or Eric's running his business, and I don't drink anymore, and it's just I don't have a social outlet outside of this show and my children.
Yeah.
When I'm not with the boys.
Yeah.
So that's my venting. A little.
Yeah.
And it's not all negative venting. Sometimes just venting doesn't have to be negative.
Well, I've got a few things coming up for this next year. I got myself both overdraft and a credit card so I can balance my spending throughout the month rather than doing it overload at one time during the month, which is letting me also buy some things I need to buy to set up better computer stuff. So I'm hoping by next spring to have my own Starlink setup, to have my own to have a more dedicated computer that has better graphics, everything, so that we can make the shows better. And then I also want to get a Google Cloud account where I can put all my videos up and link them to you.
Yeah.
Then you can clip out little pieces and throw them in anywhere, and my face can show up on other places than just here, you know?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
So that's kind of my goal for this next year. I don't know how soon it's going to happen, but it is happening. And one of the starters is that I got this credit card and it financed me to get a trip to Edmonton while Jeff is off for Christmas holidays to practice some music so we can actually play some shows next summer. So we'll see how that goes.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I miss playing summer shows, but
yeah.
But I do this now. I make this. So that's okay.
I sort of missed a couple of years and all I did was went and worked. And then this past year, I went and I actually had a lot of fun and got in on the campfire scene and on some music. And it's a little different than it used to be. There's not near as much drinking as there used to be when you used to be with us.
That's because I encouraged it to a level that...
Well, I think there was kind of a stopping from it right about the time that you left.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of people that realized it was going too far and backed off.
The guy who brought 4 flats of beer didn't show up. I guess we don't drink beer anymore. It was like that, wasn't it?
I don't think it was just that, but yeah, I mean, that might have added to it. But there's a bunch of other people that stopped at the same time, and it's made the quality of music go up, and it's made the festivals more enjoyable around the campfires and stuff. Mind you, one of my most beautiful times last year was the campfire with Auntie Dar out there as drunk as a skunk hollering at me to re-sing my Angel song. And everybody was crying by the time I got done singing it 5 times. And if Auntie Dar hadn't asked me to sing it 5 times, I probably wouldn't have done it. You know, it was a funny thing. And she was the only one there who was drunk.
Oh yeah, and she was... yeah, I bet. She was drunk enough for everybody. Love you, Auntie.
But yet she brought out something. She made me sing this song until everybody got to know it and realized this song is about a person in my life. It's not about some kind of outer space being out there that's an angel. It's about my wife and what she did for me. And it makes you cry when you actually think of it that way, you know? And I used to be scared to sing the song because it was maybe too religious for people. People beg me to sing it now. So I learned how to play to it so I didn't have to sing it a cappella anymore. And I mean, that's worked out good. So I found out that I have a place to actually be able to play and sing and people like it. And now they're asking us to put these new songs on stage. And I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. This is the right time this year. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. And we're mixing punk and country and ska with a little bit of reggae.
I'm glad I missed that one.
Oh, you'd like it. Once you hear it, you'd like it. But it's so fun.
I felt like there's been moments I felt like I should pick up a guitar and sing again, but
yeah,
it's not quite there yet.
Oh,
the voice is there.
Yeah.
The playing's not. You know, my hands aren't there. It's hard. I was at the top. I was at a high level as a musician for a while.
Yeah, you were.
It's hard to like. Then you go through a few years where you kind of let off, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I still got it." Then you go to play, and you're like, "I don't got it," and then it's really discouraging. And then you're like, "Oh, I got nothing to work for. I don't have a tour coming up. I'm not making an album. I don't have any reason to practice," because that's how it always was.
Yeah.
Right. Until I sit around and play for fun.
Yeah.
You know, it was fun, but I wasn't playing for fun. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
I was purpose driven. Like, I'm gonna work on these licks until I can rock them every time.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when I totally lost my voice in 2017, it was no fun to try to make up songs anymore because I couldn't sing them. And when it came back in 2021, I was like hitting the road running, but I wasn't able to write anything for like a year. And then now since October 1st, I've written 7 songs.
That's good.
And I've got at least 5 of them that are partially recorded and out there for people to see already. So, I mean, like, it's coming back. Hopefully this time it comes good, you know.
Well, care about you all.
Yeah.
Thanks for being my weather geek friend through the winter.
That was a great.
And if anyone's actually watching out there, thanks for tuning into my show. Yes, it's not about me. It's still my show. Who are people saying it's not my show? I fucking make the thing. I came up with the title. I put it together. I edit it every week. I own the concept. It's my show.
You're the genius, Joey. You talk a lot about doing video stuff, though.
The show is not about me.
No.
The show is about something else.
Yeah.
It's a distinction. The show is about you, Brandon, Imogen, the weather. You know, it's like David Attenborough. Now we're going to have a documentary about me. You know, like no one cares. You just want to hear him talk about penguins.
Yeah.
Right? I want to be that penguin talker. Still, I made it. I put the copyright logo on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, love yous all. And,
have a good one, Joey.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, happy Christmas.
Merry
Christmas,
everyone.
It's a shitty fucking day. A lot of hurt.
We're trying to make the best of it anyway.
Yeah, all the hurt just comes back and all the trauma and anger. But I'm better than I used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
See you next week.